Already 3v challenge, Auction Stealth, no Scrambler, hidden UI, and no Disguise. It's no Disguise, that's immediately terrible. But as for no Scrambler, that doesn't really matter since we're luring the camera operator, and unfortunately it's going to be hidden UI, so that's going to be, well, vaguely more challenging, but that's really about it. So we're just going to go over here, and we're just going to lure the camera, and that's how we're just going to start this. Before, well, subsequently worrying about how there's no disguise, and how that's absolutely terrible for what we're trying to do, since we can't just take everyone out, because we're just not allowed to do that. And yet we still have to just sneak around without getting, well, caught. So one of the answers is that we could just hostage everyone, but excuse me, no, we're not doing that. You, walk over here. I'm grabbing a gun, I'm grabbing a keycard, and I'm knocking you out. Relatively simple so far. Hi there, God. I'm actually vaguely tempted to take them out again, but you know what? It's fine, we'll leave them alone for now. Let's first look for some clipboards, which will hopefully be over here. That's a great shame. Right then, instead, let's go through here, and then hopefully there won't be too many NPCs over here to, well, overwhelm us with. I'm just gonna walk by, have a great day. Or great night for that matter, but regardless, we're gonna go through here. And well, unfortunately, that's... Hey, clipboard. I mean, sure, we'll take that. And then afterwards, we're gonna have to start considering taking people out to make things vaguely easier, which... sounds about right. Maybe not the safest way to do things, but... we've done something so far, which... Get inside. You as well. Let's get a gun up. And then afterwards, let's just have everything... be a lot more calm and collected, to say the least. Not that it's actually that calm and collected, since this is... frankly just a bit of chaos, but... maybe we'll bring them over there. But first, let's wait for a bit so that we can hopefully try and reduce the numbers first. Because there's gonna be more guards and stuff than we can actually take out, which means that we're gonna have to hostage a few. And by a few, I just mean maybe like 5 or so. Or maybe a bit more than 5 or so. So we'll just leave it at maybe... while everyone's moving in there. It is tempting to go right now, which... this is a lockpick door. We're not actually gonna go through there, which means that effectively our only choice right now is just bringing everyone down here. Probably should have noticed that a bit earlier, but you know what? It's fine. Eventually we're still doing the same thing. And well... that's a lot of NPCs. That is a lot of NPCs. Sure, let's bring you in through here. This is a terrible time for this, but... you know what? We can work with that. You know what? We can all work with that. Let's have people hopefully just calm down for a bit. I just saw that door open that way and someone walked through there. This is already, well, extremely nerve-wracking, so we're just gonna calm down for... how convenient. Yet another keycard that we very well might not need, but regardless, that's a lot of NPCs now, and well... that's effectively vaguely everyone that we will want to actually just hostage instead of just, well, taking out, since... quite bluntly, taking out is a bit more of a definite option, since that's gonna result in absolutely nothing happening afterwards, which... let's just continue trying to... let's have you walk over here. Let's make that shot perfectly. And then let's run through here and answer a radio. It's absolutely terrifying what we're doing right now. And we do not want a second radio, because that can very well lead to a third, as is how this is going to lead to a second radio, but let's back it up and let's figure out what we're going to do. So now that we're done actually backing it up, we're just going to leave that there since we don't actually have to deal with that. And we're just going to go through here. And hopefully, we're just gonna leave things at that, because we've got 2 more NPCs to move. Hi there. not exactly what I had in mind today, but first, I want to move you out since you're in the stairwell, and I can't exactly have a clear view of that, but I can have a relatively clear view of that over there, which I would consider much more which I would say that I am much more comfortable with. So, if you could just come inside over here, and we could just have everyone packed in for a bit, we can hack the cameras, and well, that's essentially that for now, which is nice and all, so let's try and find a good view. None of these are good views, so we could always just do the mildly comedic thing of just, well, having an angle over here for now. How about that? Before locking ourselves out of there, even though we still have a lot of keycards and to an absolutely absurd extent, but we can just read the clipboard over here, and well, anyone else that we can see, we can just knock them out, bag them up, and place them somewhere relatively convenient. But I am dropping those keycards because I do not need 3 different keycards on me, and I fear I'm gonna get, well, a 4th, which will happen eventually in the form of a vault keycard, but it might just be another normal keycard, which isn't very useful. So, now that we're done with all of that, we can just go up through here. Still be very much aware of getting caught, since that's kind of still important here. Before going through here, since, well, there's literally nothing over there, which seems like a vaguely obvious thing to say, but regardless, we're gonna search the computer over here. And well, presumably, this is where the server room's gonna be, but that's not what we actually need right now. What we need is to have that loudly remind us that we're not trespassing before going through here. Somehow still not trespass. Call the auctioneer. And then, well, reduce one more guard, which I'm perfectly content with, so we're just gonna go through here now. Hopefully not meet anyone. Thankfully not meet anyone. Hide it in the dumpster over here, since we're not running through there right now, just to be clear. Before going back through here, going upstairs, and then afterwards, well, running through there, which is exactly what we're gonna do right now. And hopefully we won't meet the last guard that's going to be very much present. And more so, hopefully, the guard's not gonna walk through here and open this door over here. Now, as for the civilians and the auctioneer, they don't actually care that we're trespassing for some reason, but we can just leverage that. We can interrogate them real quick. And since we've actually hostaged a lot of people, we can just knock out the auctioneer and things are gonna go just fine, which I'm perfectly happy with. So we'll just leave that over there. We'll go through here, and then we'll just continue the hack over here, which, I mean, alright. We'll open a door over here, we'll collect the intel, and then afterwards it's just a matter of going inside and hacking a computer over there, which is vaguely obvious so far, but now that we're done with that, or once we're done with that, more accurately, we can just have Rose contact the civilian or the employee or whoever has the vault keycard, and then afterwards, we can just interrogate them, and it's gonna go just fine. There's a guard over there. Where are you going? Somewhere absolutely useless, and it seems like someone's going inside over there, which is unfortunately slightly in view, but you know what? Apparently everyone's oblivious now, so it's gonna be perfectly fine. So we're just gonna interrogate you, we're gonna knock you out, and we're gonna bag it up since we've knocked them out over here, and well, I fear that a guard's gonna walk through here and it's gonna be absolutely terrible, which, case in point, but you know what? We don't have to go anywhere through there, we can just ignore all of that and just go through here instead, since I'm vaguely certain that that might very well be the last guard. So we're just gonna open a vault over here. It's very unlikely that anyone's actually gonna go investigate here, so we're just gonna go in through here. And unfortunately, because we haven't actually got a breaching charge and it's not reinforced doors, we're not actually gonna be able to, well, use a breaching charge and speed things up, but you know what? It's fine. We'll just drop the lockpick now, we'll grab the gem case, and then we're just gonna go through here, and hopefully, the guard doesn't suddenly show up, which I find highly unlikely, but regardless, that's a daily challenge in just over 9 minutes and 30 seconds. No disguise is still terrifying. Cheers everyone, have a great time. Bye.